Reach to Millender, that's a big advantage. Experience to Millender. Joel Bauman, he's either as real as he seems and as real as he feels, or he's almost there, and Millender wants to prove that. We shall find out right now. He's at his best when he's calm, and you see he's actually doesn't feel calm right now.
Starting out aggressive.
Oh, yes, he is.
Throwing both hands.
Very unpredictable with his movement.
Yep.
Hands
and he'll
down.
look down. Ooh, Millender with the metatarsals.
Bauman keeping the hands low, not really seeming concerned about shots coming back the other way.
Yeah, he wants you to attack, and then the low hands come from underneath your peripheral vision, right? It's by design for sure, but you gotta.
Yep.
He goes with elbow up over the top, John Jones style. Fake shot to an elbow up and over, and there's a hard right. Curtis now going to the back, and King Bao separates.
Easily defended that too, that single leg.
Bauman is like a very elastic athlete, but he's not as relaxed as he has been during his best performances and his best moments. A little jumpy. Yeah, that hurt. Millender's coach, oh, there's a high kick.
I wonder what Bauman's energy expenditure is, because I see him jumping around.
Yeah.
Can he maintain this for 2 or 3 more rounds?
Yeah, that, you know, the brain is burning sugars when you're trying to do all these calculations, right? Fatigue comes from the mind, too. Millender's coach being mellow and kind of, you know, seeing everything. But yeah, very jumpy is Bauman. Ooh, he's getting close, though. But his mouth is open ever so slightly. We're only 2 minutes in. But man, he gets off, makes space real quick.
Makes space real quick, but his energy expenditure is kind of. But at the same time, he trains in Albuquerque, he's high altitude, so he might be prepared for this, like a Clay Guida type.
Yeah. Reaching a little now. There is. You got to watch that head kick. He may be inviting the head kick, but
keeps that chin a little high when he enters. I mean, he's not really concerned about the shots back.
The third punch is the one that gets through there. But the shots will come back. That's the thing. Curtis is a super wise dude, so he understands that if this guy is burning too much energy, the fight will get easier.
Hey, go frame and you're gonna have a red. Go frame and you'll have red. He's looking for that left knee. You're good right there. Just keep palms on him. Beautiful.
There's control of the left arm. The overhook is actually, the left overhook of Millender is holding the left wrist of Bauman.
It's kind of like a handcuff. He has him handcuffed in a sense. I think it's there so he can throw knees, but at the same time, Bauman's doing a good job of keeping him on the cage.
Bauman just dragged and stood up. Bauman's quite unpredictable. He behaves differently. Oh,
he ate a shot there.
Yeah. But definitely burning more energy than we've seen in the past. And not just because of his movement, because of sort of the psychological arousal, right? He's a little too lit, is Bauman. So this is going to benefit Millender.
He's putting too much effort behind everything he does. His kick's hard. When he's punching, he's moving too much before he goes.
Also seems like Curtis is getting his timing a little better now. Ooh. He's connected with a couple of counters here.
So whenever you see a fighter turn his head like that, it's something that's not good.
Yeah, that flinch reflex just...
a sign of timidity almost.
Bauman's going to be feeling that fatigue in the body. But, you know, a minute's a long time for a good athlete to recover. 25 seconds. If you're Curtis Millender, you've got a good moment here. 20 seconds of heat would be good. Although, you know, we were noticing the jumpiness of King Bao. Millender's mouth is open too. He's been working hard too.
You can see Bauman slowed down pretty dramatically.
Yep.
Turned around and started to...
Done around.
I think you might be wrong.
I was just about to say, I think I'm incorrect, because he's still got that real kind of jumpiness, a lot of movement. But, you know, he's trying to create chaos, right? Offer chaos. Chaos is just patterns we don't yet understand, right? This guy sees patterns everywhere. But if you were going to bet on somebody right now, Mo, would you be leaning towards Curtis as it's unfolding?
Yeah, I definitely lean towards. I'm leaning towards Curtis right now. I think he won the first round. See, Curtis is he's hitting singles and doubles, a few triples. Now, Bauman, on the other hand, is trying to swing for home runs, and he's not really landing. He's getting outworked.
Yeah, he's not touching enough.
I think I might go the other way on that first round. I think Curtis took quite a while to learn the timing, and he started taking over the last minute and a half, 2 minutes of the round. But I think Bauman built the lead. But if I had to bet on who I think is going to win from here on out, I'd go Millender.
Curtis is just so experienced. He was like, you know, I'm going to weather the first one. Second one will get easier, and then the third one I can take over. But you fatigue too under duress, right? But he's seemed to manage it better through 4.5 minutes.
And it did appear that Bauman was slowing down a little at the end of that first round, but you mentioned the recovery time. He sat down on a stool, he took a couple of deep breaths, blew out the lungs a little, and he was
back.
Full motion again to start the second.
Yep. That moment when the ice hits the back of your neck, it's just such a good feeling. It's almost worth it just to experience that.
You can see that Bauman's having a problem with this position right here. The wrist control, nice duck under.
Yeah.
Really slick.
So smooth.
And that's from his Greco background. He was a Greco standout years ago as a high school athlete.
He's also just a different thinker, so what his choices will be different, you know? And you saw it right there.
Let's see what kind of rider he is here, man.
So he's on the back hip. Yeah, coach is yelling to Curtis to pull out the left leg. We saw an injury to a knee earlier tonight, Sasha's knee, from just that position.
So right here's more of like a high school collegiate wrestling ride.
Ooh, and King is finding some holes here to go in and around.
Those are big shots.
Yeah, those are hard shots. He took the position he wanted. He controlled it. And now he's done the most damage of the fight by a lot.
Yep.
And we're halfway through.
He's working the back of that head, Red.
The corner is saying he's working the back of the head. That's not what he's aiming for. He's aiming for the ear.
And the referee needs to get a better job so he can see what's going on, see the action. Because I can't really tell what's landing.
Yeah, the people who know what's landing best are King Bao and Curtis Millender. Because Bao's feeling the knuckles hit and Millender's feeling the electricity as they do hit. It's a big, strong kid on top here, and he's got that ride position real well, and now he's trying to trap the left arm.
Wow.
You know, again, you got to watch. Like, he's aiming for the right spot, and you cannot move your head and offer the wrong spot mid-punch. Yeah. It's a very misunderstood part. There are people at home right now screaming at their laptop or their television or their phone. Obviously, it was the back of the head, but it's not that simple. It never is. But however it happened, Curtis now gets a chance to recombobulate himself, so this is a great thing for him. And his corner saying, take your time, and it's wise advice. So let's take a look. So, and you can't turn the head towards him, right? So the left hand is free to punch.
It's kind of the equivalent of playing the game with the hands on the mat with the knee. You can't do it.
Perfect analogy, Dan. If I'm aiming for your ear and you expose the back of your head intentionally, that is not a foul the way that people intuitively feel it is. But here's the thing, Bauman gets the break too, right?
But a hard warning.
Yeah,
So.
and a hard warning's fair, right? A hard warning's fair.
Yeah, I'm glad he didn't take a point there. It seems that these referees have been very aware of the back of the head, very sensitive to it.
Yeah.
I get it. It's bare knuckle,
That's
it's
right.
back of the head.
Yep.
But it seems like they're, like you had said, he was offering it there and using it strategically.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a subtle awareness. It's hard to be a ref, and these are good refs,
Man, that duck under was nice. The
Yeah.
button,
Sure was. Got him to the ground, and he did some real damage in there to the sides, to the ears, to the chin. And if the head was presented to him and he caught one, then the ref did a great job to give him the warning and get him back.
But he had a nice teep a minute ago. His gas tank does not appear to be slowing down.
And he will convert whatever entry he uses into something else. Millender has done a really nice job of corralling another arm at all times, too. An overhook on one and a grip on the other, see?
It'd be more effective if he actually get out the cage right there.
Yeah, right there. He heard you, Mo. But if you're Bauman, however you were processing that first round, Dan Lambert thinks he might have won it. He's probably winning this one. Oof, straight shots.
That did not miss by much.
No, it didn't.
And Bauman is twitchy and fast.
Yeah, he sure is. He's a fast twitch. And people will say fast twitch muscle. It's a fast twitch neurology is what it is. It's a nervous.
Around and started to...
Yeah, Millender's starting faster now. Yeah, and Millender's trying to stress him out, which will try to, fatigue him psychologically as well.
He's doing a good job with the feints, but he's not letting his hands go.
Yeah, well, just as you said it, he did. And Bauman still reaching, but he's committed, man. The big question was, with this, a right hand with a right kick behind it, was can Bauman handle this level? And he is handling it. This is a big, big opportunity for Millender, and he goes kick to the butt.
Hey, Kurt, look for swoop and then look for answer.
Yep. Corner is, I think, asking him to touch the body, Millender to touch the body and then over the top. Yeah, Bauman, he's been a little jumpier than is his usual, but he's handled it well through, almost 12 minutes, 11 and a half minutes.
He looks solid right now.
He does. And hard to interpret and hard to read and hard to predict.
Very hard to read.
Yeah, it's really awkward.
Yeah.
But it's effective.
Yeah.
And it's athletic as hell.
That's right.
And the wrestling, he's using the wrestling to get Millender to the cage. And if Millender's on the cage, he can't strike.
Right.
He can't do the damage that he needs to do to get this victory.
It's such a big step for Bauman, and through 12 minutes, he's doing extremely well. There's 3 minutes left, and Millender wanted to get this into the third round where he thought he could take over. So that's still in play. But Bauman's just so different. He's a different thinker, and he's a different operator.
And he's showing that he belongs right now.
That's right. 2.5 minutes left. I wonder, a flick, a whipping flick, that's... When Bauman throws, there's a moment after that for Millender. There's an opening after that.
And you're seeing him trying to capitalize on the openings. You see sometimes Bauman will flail and his hands will come back down.
Yep. And on the retraction of the hands is when Curtis fires. Curtis has 2 minutes. These are the 2 minutes he wanted. Ooh, that's the moment we were just talking about. The hands throw and then they drop just from a bit of fatigue. When the moment they retract, Curtis fires.
I see Curtis come with more feints and come forward. You know, sometimes you can draw some attacks out and counter those attacks with the feints.
Right. George St. Pierre always likes to call it be third. You know, use something to get the guy to be second, and then you be third.
I think Bauman can watch this tape and take a little bit of a lesson to get his head in a different position at the end of those strikes where they're not necessarily just right on line for the counter.
Win or lose, one of the lessons for Bauman is to go look at his performances when he was mellow. And look how dominant how in control of himself he is. And that's the difference here. Should he win this fight, and he's very much in play to win it, he will have not won it in his best state of performance.
But the level of this opponent is a whole different world.
Big time.
And he's made mistakes. And he's still in the fight. You know, this could come down. This right here, the last 45 seconds can determine who wins this fight.
Big time.
Ooh, great shot.
Yeah. They cut him, I think.
You saw Millender check to see after his cut.
Fall away kick there. Millender's got 30 seconds, and he's sharp right now.
Hey, there's gonna be a high rack coming. 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Go elevator or stairs.
The audience want. Oh yeah.
Well, right now it looks like this fight's going to come down to how the judges saw that first round.
That's right.
I don't think the second round was very difficult to judge.
This one's close too.
This was a closer round than the second round for sure. But nice right hand on the fight.
That might, you know, Bauman's the one pushing forward. But yeah, we don't go to the judges too often, and we do it in the fights that had the most heat between the two of them.
Around and started to.
Ladies and gentlemen, after going the distance inside of the Gamebred cage, we go to the scorecard. Judge Childress scores about 29-28 in favor of Bauman. Judge Dixon, 29-28 in favor of Millender. And Judge Prater scores about 29-28 in favor of the winner by way of split decision. Curtis Millender.